I think we're on recording.
Okay, awesome.
All right. Well,
So gallery. Okay, so now I see everyone.
can you see
All
everybody?
right. Yeah.
Yes, I can.
Good. So
Awesome.
welcome everyone to our first collaboration on Zoom. Not going live on YouTube yet, but we will post it later. Super exciting stuff here. We have a plan to go live, I don't know, maybe once a week if we have enough content, or however we feel necessary. We can all vote on that at another time. So different topics. Oh, I love it. We can use different topics, different units, different levels. So today we have free talk. So what do you guys think about free talk?
I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite courses to do. It's fun just to talk to them and not, you're not teaching words. They're words and things they'll use again. It's not parallelogram and bat droppings and things it's like real words. Yeah.
Right. And Cindy, what do you think about it?
I really like free talk. It's hit or miss. Like if you get a student who's actually going to be able to expound. So I think you have to be ready when you get a free talk. Sometimes you get all excited because you're going to be free talking. This is great. I'm going to talk about shopping. And when you're new, all of a sudden you realize there's a lot of words that they might not know about shopping. And their shopping is different than our shopping. So, if you have a student who can't speak a lot, I think that you have to be careful to stick to the vocabulary that's given. And then at the end, you have the video. You can post this on social media. Some of them are like, yeah, right. I don't know if any of them ever do, but you have to kind of prepare them for that. So that they wouldn't be embarrassed. I just went through this free talk and there's no way I'm going to be able to answer those questions. So you can't just like ad lib the whole lesson, just because it says free talk doesn't mean you can do whatever you want. That's my opinion.
When I was new, I thought free talk was free talk, maybe a couple prompts and I could talk about what I want. And my very first class, I had one that had no output. She had no idea what we're talking about. And it was one of the hardest classes I had to teach. So for those that are going to be watching this and don't know, I kind of wrote down what VIPKid says free talk is. So free talk is a supplementary class, and it's going to be offered as part of the Winter Camp 2020. Has anybody gotten booked for any winter camps yet? I think Cindy,
well,
you have.
I just got booked for the sun, the power of the sun, POS. So I was like, okay. And it looks like I'm going to need to prepare for that.
So today was the actual first day for them to be able to.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh.
Because I had a regular cancel and then that one jumped in the spot. So that's kind of good. I'm glad that I got booked, but I was like, okay, here we go.
Yeah, they could start booking on the 20th, but the classes actually started today.
So, I see. Okay.
Yeah. Free talk.
How did you find that out? Was that in the Hutong?
I printed out all the free talk stuff. So
okay.
Very prepared. Yes.
So I'm trying to be prepared, but so I printed it out and I took a few notes. And according to VIPKid, student output is the primary goal, which we know. We are equipping the students with the necessary vocabulary and grammar for free talking. It's separated into two categories. So if anybody wants to get certified for free talk, there are two categories. Oh, you're so there's intermediate and
intermediate.
Advanced.
Okay.
And as you know, the classes are for about 7 years and up. It does say that the LP can choose to put in 6-year-olds if they feel that they can handle it.
Okay.
The intermediate is for levels 3 and 4. MC 3 and 4, and the advanced is for MC levels 5 and 6.
Okay. Yeah, I had one student that he did not talk at all. He was an upper level, but he would give one word answers. So I had to write the target sentences in the chat and just have him read it. So like I've had,
interesting.
Yeah, most of them do lend themselves to free talk. Some can talk more than others. And sometimes I read the slide and then say, well, what about you? But just that one time I had a student that wouldn't talk. Maybe that's why his parents put him in free talk, but yeah. And I literally had to tell him what to say.
Wow.
Yeah.
When I have things like that, I will like stop and go, do you have a dog? And, like I just try to do something really off that just kind of throws them off and see if I can like jolt them into talking about something that they like. Have you ever jumped off a cliff or something? And just try to loosen them up, because sometimes they just, maybe they're, they are shy. You think about it, how much, if they go to school all day, how much do they actually free talk?
Right.
If they don't have any brothers and sisters, I was thinking of that the other day. I'm like, maybe this is like totally different than anything they've ever done, because they usually have one teacher to 50 kids.
True.
And then their parents are always busy. They don't have any siblings. A lot of them stay in their apartments quite a lot. So, so I just feel like that's why I try to loosen them up, like try and do something, really strange, but not too weird. But I do have a little dog. So if they brighten up, if you say something about a pet, some of them really brighten up, then I'll say, if we have time at the end of the lesson, I'll show you my dog. And they really think that's awesome. But I wanted to tell you about this backpack today. I had to come here to the class, and this is how I set it up, because I have books behind me and I figure that's distracting. So I kind of put it all like this, and I put the backpack up because it looks VIPKiddish. And the kid, this was an 8:30 class, and usually we don't get booked for those anymore. So we forget how tired the kids are at 9:30 Beijing time. And this kid was ready to fall asleep, but he saw my backpack and he's like, you have a dino backpack. And he had one too. I didn't realize that the kids have the dino backpack. So that kind of gave us a connection, and he brightened up. So I thought that was interesting.
How old was he?
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not sure how old he was. I think he's like 9.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what do you guys do when you have a student that just flies through a free talk, since it's only 18 slides?
Yeah, that's true.
Slides?
Yeah, I try to extend, get as much as you can on every slide, ask more questions, like the hobby one, ask about hobbies that are not on the screen.
Yeah.
I always use the reward slide for free talk, so extend even more using that. I'm usually just trying to grasp.
Yeah. Usually I will ask about them, like if it's about I just did the sports one or activities. Oh my goodness. Have you ever been in a hot air balloon, or what was it?
Yeah.
Air gliding or something?
Gliding.
No.
Yeah.
Would you ever want to? Does that look like fun?
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. And then, go ahead.
No, and then you're supposed to ask them, what do you want to try? So then that can get them, yeah.
And like for me, I think one of my students said that they were a drummer, which isn't anything to do with anything on the slides, but somehow you can ask them what they do. What do you do with your free time? They might not have any free time because they do activities, but
right. Or you can ask them, when you do go on vacation, what do you do? It doesn't have to be something they do every day. Like,
Right. That's true. I did have one student that I asked him if he ever went scuba diving, and he's like, yeah. And both of his parents, like they live near the ocean and they like scuba dive like every day.
Oh,
you know, like
I'm jealous.
I know, I was like so surprised. This kid was 6. He was in like level 6. And I turned it on. I'm like, surely this is wrong. You know, he's not 6 years old, or he's in the wrong level. So I was prepared to like have to adjust. And the kid, it was so funny. He was so little. And I'm like, hello, how are you? And I'm like, how old are you? And he's like, I'm 6. And I'm like, you're 6. And you're in level 6. He's like, yes. Yeah. And he spoke really like perfect English. Like, I mean, better English than a lot of 6-year-olds in America. Like his vocabulary was way up here. It was really awesome.
Yeah, maybe he lives in an American country or goes to an international school, because I've heard of VIPKid doing that, and then just they want to perfect their English and grammar by taking VIPKid.
I think his parents were. I wanted him to see him again because I thought his free talk would really be awesome.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I want to ask a question. I don't know if you have this on your list, Casey, and I don't want to take over, but
please do.
Okay, there is a free talk. There's one free talk that I hate, and I've only taught it twice. Has anyone taught the ones on the famous people?
No, I don't think I have.
I hope they got rid of it.
Yeah, that would be really hard.
You once, yeah.
You did.
Did you find it was hard because it was all American history people, and the kids have no idea who the people are?
Yeah. So it was not.
I hope you knew who they were.
I did.
Oh, good.
It's not on my list per se, but a comment from another teacher about that class was on my list. Oh, Marianne's here.
Marianne, yay.
So a comment about that was
Danny.
Hello.
Oh, look at Danny's picture. Super cute.
Oh.
Fun. So
hey everybody.
Hi.
Hey, Danny.
But glad you made it. We're just talking about one free talk lesson that is super hard to teach. And that's the one with all the famous people.
Yeah. So Cindy, to answer your question, it's famous people we would know because it's American history. It's like Abraham Lincoln and things like, but like they learn Chinese history.
Right,
They don't know who Abraham Lincoln is.
Right.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Oh, you got more people.
I've never taught that one.
I think Helen Keller.
I haven't either.
Yes, Helen Keller.
Here.
Yep.
Shakespeare? Wow.
Yep. Yeah. And Leonardo da Vinci also. Try to get them to say that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Wow. I can't even imagine.
So who do we have on the phone calling in?
This is Marianne.
Yay!
Hello, Marianne. So she's
Hi, I'm
calling
actually
in twice.
I'm at the gym, but I don't know if I don't know how to see you guys. You know what I'm saying?
If you go to your picture or to your screen, you should be able to hit start video.
We want to see you at the gym. I don't believe you're really at the gym. I think
you're
saying that.
You're funny. Okay, let's see.
But that's okay.
You're here.
Do you see me?
No.
Hold on.
Oh, it looks like
Yep,
yeah,
coming.
there you are.
There I am. See?
It's true. She told us the
I'm at
truth.
the gym. And I look horrible. So.
Good for you. You made it.
Great.
All right. What are we talking about?
So we're just talking about one of the free talk lessons that is really difficult to teach is the one with all the fake people.
Okay, I haven't done free talk yet.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
So
But
Danny,
I'm certified in it.
oh, okay.
I don't do very many of them. I do
you
one
can ask for it.
once every month or so.
Yeah.
If you send a ticket, I know Laura sent a ticket and immediately started getting free talk. So sometimes you just
Really?
gotta, you know, put the word out there. I'm ready.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, I teach more in the summer, so I taught a lot. I guess, when they get slow, they start taking more of those.
So they might be coming with Chinese New Year because I teach a lot then too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were just saying today, the winter camp opened, which Free Talk is part of it. So starting today, they can start taking classes for Free Talk again and all the rest of the winter camps.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So they're out of school starting next week, is what one of my students said. This is her last week.
I think it just depends. I gotta close my door.
Yeah, I think it depends.
Like in America, different kids get off different times for Christmas. It's the same thing. So, yeah.
True.
Right.
Background looks good, Kelly.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, I think my decorations are coming in today. So I get to change my background yet again. Maybe I'll be known for the background changing lady.
I haven't hung yet. Okay, guys. So when you have a student, we were talking about when they fly through the lesson, what kind of extensions do you do for free talking? Anybody?
Oh.
Well, Danny, what about you? Because Cindy and I already said what we do.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's my favorite part. Because my reward is free talk because I'm rolling and asking questions. So I'm always asking about them. Do you have pets? And they say nope, I'm like, well, if you could have a pet, what would you choose? And like, if they give me a one-word answer, I'm like, well, what else? So just question after question, and they love talking about themselves. But I use my questions.
Oh, nice.
Have you seen?
I like
You've
your
seen my
board.
questions.
Good. I think my favorite lesson for free talk is the travel one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that one too.
Booking a ticket. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So,
I like the shopping one, but I think our shopping is different than their shopping.
But it's interesting to hear what they do.
It is. It is.
More of them pay on their phones than, I've used my phone like once.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
But they do that all the time. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But I don't know how much they actually buy because I don't know. They don't have a lot of stuff. I'm not sure.
yeah. I don't know. But they do know what malls are. At least
They do.
all of them.
Yes, they do.
Yes.
Where we didn't have that so much in Germany. So, but I guess it's a bigger thing. Maybe. So.
There weren't any malls in Germany? Is that what you said?
There are some, but they're fewer. There's not a lot. So, what kind of props are your go-to props for free talk?
What lesson?
Ooh, pick one.
I'll do the travel lesson. I'll get my props.
I use
right
my
now.
phone. I use the
Airplane.
phone. I have pictures of myself doing stuff. Like I have a video of myself like roller skating, ice skating, bowling. Like every time we do something, I make sure, I know it's weird, this old lady taking pictures of herself. It's not normal, but but it's useful. I'm glad I have the pictures when I can use them with my classroom. My kids get a kick out of it.
Yeah.
Instead of just showing some random person, it's me doing it. So that's kind of fun.
I like your roller skating picture, your roller skating video that you use.
Yeah, I thought it was, when I was doing it, I wished I had done more because it was kind of cool that the rollerblades lit up. But when I'm actually in an activity, I don't think about taking pictures. It's like, and sometimes if I do, I think, nah. And then when I get home, I'm like, shoot, I missed an opportunity. So
That's my favorite free talk is the beach one because we get to talk about what we like to do, what we want to do.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good.
Absolutely.
There's like yoga and drums and all kinds of stuff at the beach, taking pictures, riding bikes.
Yep.
And gliding. All right, so I'll do the travel one. So I have a suitcase. I always have packed.
That's so cute.
Wait, I have the travel journal. I have a map. I have a
cute.
I'm looking for, I got to find my boarding pass. I have that, and I use that for level 4 too.
Where did you get this, Kelly?
My daughter's old American Girl stuff that she doesn't play with anymore. Yeah.
Nice.
Goodwill.
So if anybody's watching this that's getting ready for free talk, go raid your kids' closets.
Yeah.
Here's snorkeling.
Nice.
Here's some rollerblades.
Oh, those are so cute.
Yeah, American Girl. Well, this was an actual snorkel that I used, but yeah, and then I always have an airplane.
I have all that on flashcards, but it does look cooler as a prop. But I have flashcards with like hot air balloon and like a rocket ship. Like, have you ever gone in a rocket ship? I've used those a lot. I printed those off somebody's website. Probably Teacher Pays Teacher for free. So they've come in handy.
I want to tell you guys something random. I got a fortune cookie at the Chinese restaurant on New Year's Day. And when I went in there, I talked to the lady. I always like say, oh, I know when your Chinese New Year is, and try to talk Chinese to her. And my fortune cookie said, I can't even quote it exactly, but the barrier between two languages is always a smile. I thought that was so
cool. Yeah.
That's awesome, yeah.
We just smile the whole time. It's like,
It's really lower levels. My cheeks hurt.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's good for us. I think it's healthy, though. I really do think that boosts your natural happiness.
I think so too. Totally. Yeah. That's what I learned from just this job was that, man, I didn't encourage my own kids enough. Like, I feel bad. Now I do more, especially since they're older, you know, and sometimes when you're out in the big bad world, every reality hits. So I encourage them and tell them they're doing a great job and everything. And I guess I'm learning more about being a cheerleader is more important than you realize.
Yeah,
you know?
Me too. I think about like when they were littler, I should have been more encouraging when they were reading. Good job. Yeah. Me too. Yeah.
So
I heard
that is
that
good.
It takes more muscles to smile than it does to frown. So you're using more muscles when you're smiling.
More muscles? I thought it was the other way around.
I don't know.
I thought it was the other way around.
We'll have to look it up. Coming back at you, YouTubers. So any advice you have for teachers that are not enjoying free talk? Because I went on Facebook and found like a list. I won't name names, but many people talking about, I mean, even using the word hate free talk.
Aww.
So
just get off of it and let us do it, because we got this.
Yeah, we like it, except for the history one.
Cindy, I did not expect that.
That kept me off level 2 for a whole year. I saw on the Hooton, people were like, I don't like level 2, I hate it. And for a whole year, I said, I believed them.
Oh my word, that's terrible. Well, my advice is, if you don't like it, like, assess your student right away. If they can speak, then you can go with it. If they don't speak much, then you stick to the words that are there and just work on basic sentence structure. You know, if by the end of the class you have them saying one sentence, then that's more than they did at the beginning. You know, you don't have to feel like you have to conquer the world in 25 minutes. You work with that student at their level And if they make one sentence by the end of class, or they can answer the few questions at the end, then for them, they have done a great job, you know? Don't make it that they have to be fluent by the end of the class or even during the class, you know? But some kids, they're, you know, that's really easy. And so you know how to talk. That's what we're doing every single day. So just, you know, extend it. And I don't know. I don't really see what the big deal is, but send me a private message and we'll talk privately.
I have a question about you know how you read, it has things you can read, but it doesn't really flow. So I know people's issue, because it's like, do we read this and then pretend to be one person or the other, or do we just go right into talking, or what do you guys do?
Okay, so this is what I do. I read the slide first and then say, now answer as yourself. Now answer as Tom, or whoever it is.
Okay.
So, and then if we're really trying to fill time, like Casey was talking about, I'll have us like flip roles and read the other roles, then talk about ourselves. Yeah. So.
And then, or I'll just say, I'll be the teacher, you be Joe. You know, or I'll be Sue, you be Mike, you know, whatever. And they get it. You know, they're kids. They role play all the time.
Yeah.
And oh, I love it when I role play, especially for the 911 one. Oh my word.
Me too.
That is so much fun, because I get hysterical and then they're laughing at me and I'm like, you know, that's not really what you're supposed to do, you know, but we laugh about it, you know.
Me too. I act really dramatic, and usually they're reading like this. Hello, 911. I'm like, oh, I fell off my bike. Yeah.
I love that one. I love that one.
Has anyone else learned anything from these free talk classes? Because I didn't know what cosplay was.
Oh,
Me too.
yes. I didn't either.
Yes.
And I had to look it up. I had to ask my 17-year-old daughter, and she's like, seriously, you don't know what that is? I'm like, no, I've never heard of it.
Same. I asked my kids and they knew what it was. I was like, how did you guys know? I didn't know.
I've seen it since, but.
Yeah, me too. Now I see it like everywhere. I'm like, oh, I guess I just never paid attention that the word was there more than I realized.
Yeah. It's kind of weird. I think it's for a little bit weird people, but we'll keep that, right?
Oh, Cindy, you're going to get the comments now. This video is getting some YouTube comments.
You can edit that part.
Remember, last time I couldn't edit these. I have to figure them out.
I hope I get a few extra subscribers.
That is something. If somebody could come the description boxes that you all have and send it to me, then I'll be able to add myself and add everybody's to the bottom of all of my videos, because I've never done that yet. Okay. So I need to go and add
You mean add your link for your channel? Is that what you're saying?
Well, if you guys send me one of yours, because I can't copy and paste from your description box. So if somebody could
okay.
Me,
I think we did that on the Messenger at some point.
Maybe
somebody.
I haven't found it. So.
Okay.
If we can.
Yeah. I have a tip.
Please.
I've done it, but I haven't. Oh, that's so cute.
Oh yeah, I can't get rid of it, but it's Christmas. But so on Free Talk, if there's two, speech bubbles, but if the kid doesn't know what to do, I would just say, make a 1 and a 2 and say, okay, you read 1 and I will read 2. Because sometimes they just read the whole thing and you want them to be calling and answering.
Right. Yeah. That's a great idea.
I usually put brackets and say your turn, my turn. Not that it always
Yes, that's a good one too.
Doesn't always work. Yeah.
Especially for kids who need to hear you reading, because I have some who just, there was a dog in the house and then it fell, and you're like, wait, you need to learn how to, sound when you read.
Yeah.
Let me show you.
Right. And, I really like Free Talk because I don't usually get like 5 Free Talk in a row.
Yeah.
I might get like, you know, a level 2, a level 3, and then a free talk. Or at the end of my night, I might get a free talk. And it kind of breaks up my, you know, my night and kind of keeps me interested, you know, and challenged and going along with, you know, not doing the same thing all the time. So that's one thing I like about it. It gives variety to my schedule.
Right. And if you're still at the gym, we can hear it.
I think the person who's moderating, you can mute people if you want to.
I went to go do it, but I had to mute you all.
Really? Oh,
she can mute herself.
And we can unmute ourselves, I think, though, right?
Yeah. Well, let's try it.
Marianne, can you mute yourself? You're having a party. Can you
Sorry.
mute?
Yeah.
Oh, she's
There.
outside now.
The only one
I'm outside now.
Yay.
Is that better? Is that better?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, they play music like throughout the gym, and I forgot to bring my headphones.
It's okay. I'm in my car.
I'm getting ready to get in my
I'm
car.
knitting. This is a thing I'm doing with one of my students. It's fun fur, and you just make a nice little scarf.
Oh,
Cindy, do you teach a class, or I'm curious?
I have students that do home ec, so we've done sewing, and right now we're doing knitting. So yeah, I'm at my school.
I was just curious. Are you in class in session? Is school in session
I'm not
today?
in a class right now. No,
Oh,
I'm in my
like
classroom, but my kids are all. Everybody's at basketball practice.
Oh, okay,
So,
that makes sense.
yeah. So I'm
That's
just sitting here. Yeah. So I'm hanging out.
How does this time work out for you guys?
It's usually good. Yeah. I think I should, unless I have errands to do after school with my daughter. Yeah, it's usually good for me.
Same.
So I think for the next couple weeks, we'll just keep the same day and time.
Okay.
And that way there we can start getting the ball rolling. So
what are you going to do? Choose topics? Tell me. I missed the beginning.
Yes. Or you guys choose topics. Cindy and I had talked about starting at level 1 and working our way through.
Oh, yeah.
And since today was winter camp, and I think Kelly had mentioned wanting to talk about free talk, so I was like, hey, let's start with free talk. So yeah, and I think it'll be all of us, some of us, different ones of us from our group, because like today Morgan didn't come because she doesn't have free talk, so she was like, next time. So I think it'll be a good group, just discussions on whatever topics we might want, and it's pretty much up to us. So that's the fun thing about it. We've got it for a year, so I say we use it.
Yeah.
So maybe next time, what do you want to do next time for a topic?
I was thinking level 1, unless somebody else has specific.
So we can come with any questions we might have, or share props that we, you know, that because I will be away from my original classroom, my VIPKid classroom. So I can bring something if I think of it.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
All in here.
Yeah.
I only have one level 1 person right now, one level 1 student.
I have a that I've deemed baby day, and that is 6 level. I have 5 level 1s and 2 level 2s on baby day.
Oh,
and
wow.
And I get them.
You must be tired at the end.
Yeah.
So workout.
It's so much fun.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. I've been standing for the level 1s. That's helped with energy. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, Evelyn and Morgan are going to want to come to that because they have that level 1 Facebook group. Yeah. Maybe
Micah. He does the level 1. This might work out a good time for him. I don't know who you want to invite to the group. I don't know how that goes.
I am fine. I think we can be pretty flexible. However, we don't want too many more than how many we have, because we'll all start talking over each other a lot.
Yeah.
And I think keeping it, 5, 6 people, or, however many we have in our group, I think that'll help with not jumping over, especially if it, when we post it to YouTube, we want it to, everyone to be able to hear everybody and not talking over each other.
Right.
So do you edit it? Are you going to edit the video and then post it?
I don't know how yet, but I'm going to work on it. But remember, the first time you and I did it, I didn't see an option for it because it goes into Zoom Cloud. So it came with some kind of package that it goes to their cloud. So I've got to figure out how to get it from there to be able to edit, to be able to post it. So
it doesn't download to your computer?
No, especially now that I'm on the iPad. But that's why going live on YouTube is easier, but yet, like you said, it's kind of a
one-sided.
It's kind of a gamble. Well, the other thing is, if it's on YouTube and somebody's checking in the chat, we have questions from people watching us.
True.
That we might not think about. So I don't know. I can see it both ways.
Yeah.
So.
Can I make a suggestion? I think in order for it not to get too many people, maybe we have one host, like it could be you, Casey, because you thought of it, and then you ask, or we take turns or something to make it. If you say, okay, Kelly, what do you think?
Sign
now,
up.
Cindy, what do you think? Yeah, or we type and say, I want to talk now, and then you say, okay, now it's your turn. We almost have to do it that way, or it's going to be like, for it to be controlled.
Now, I think you can raise a hand, right? Oh, yes, Danny.
I'm the nerd.
So, I don't even see that part. Okay.
You won't. It tells me.
Okay.
So can one of you hit your raise your hand button?
Where is it?
Danny still has her hand up.
Let's see.
I don't see it. I'm on an iPad too. I don't see it.
It's in the participants.
Okay.
Now I've got 2 people with their hands up, so I can go. Danny shut hers off. Yep, we can do that.
Okay, so how do I'm on it. Oh, there it is.
Oh, that's funny. Lower hand.
Yeah. So that'll prevent us from talking over each other. And
I don't know if it's going to work, Kelly. I'm pretty rough.
Me too. And I can't raise my hand, so.
That's why we each have our own YouTube channels.
I might have to add another moderator. I can add one more. I think one more to each meeting, so maybe someone can help me out. One thing I have trouble with is staying on task. So if anybody is, good at staying on task, maybe we have a code word like, I don't know, spaghetti.
Oh, that's cool.
Casey back on task. So, feel free to remind me that I am way off task. So that's just part of me being me. So, okay, guys. Well, I think the first, that was a new button. I think the first free talk went pretty well. The first collaboration. What do you guys think?
yes.
Yeah.
Enjoyed.
Good.
Cool.
Good.
Maybe you could pick, Casey, maybe you could pick each time, say, like for the level 1, maybe you want to choose like Evelyn or Morgan to be your co-host or something. And then for the different levels, you could pick, who is a specialty in that level,
Maybe you guys can message me and tell me your favorite levels or things, so I can.
Okay.
If I have an idea of what everybody likes, then that'll be easier. I'm a people pleaser, so that's why it's hard for me to make decisions. I'm like, well, what time's better for you? And I try to make it for everybody, and I know that that's not going to work. So give me some options and then I can choose. It makes it a little bit better. So
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, I don't want to take up all your time.
Guys.
It's nap time here.
Everybody.
Good night, Danny.
Yeah.
Danny? Oh, you're in Louisiana?
Yeah, I just got up at 3:30 and that's not normal for me. So I'm like zombie.
Oh, that's what time I get up. And I've been working on our townhomes. I had 5 handymen come today. So I'm ready for a nap too, because I was so nervous on my very first day of getting things together. And so.
Right. Wow.
All right. Great.
All right. Well, good to see you. Good to see you, Marianne.
All right. Marianne.
Bye, Jan.
Bye.
See you next time. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Thanks. I don't know how to end. Found it. Bye.